Welcome back to Stories with Consequences. This is The Silent Patient, Episode 3. The bruise on his neck was turning purple, a souvenir from the attack. Most doctors would have filed a report. They would have had Alicia Berenson transferred to a high-security prison. But Theo Faber isn't like most doctors. He looks at the bruise in the mirror, and he doesn't feel anger, he feels curiosity. Because for the first time in 6 years, Alicia reacted. She isn't empty. She is full of rage, and rage has a cause. Theo realizes something important. He cannot force her to speak. Not yet. If he pushes her again, she might do more than just hurt him. She might finish the job. So, he decides to change his strategy. If Alicia won't tell him the truth, he will find it himself. He decides to leave the hospital. He decides to play detective. He needs to speak to the people who knew her before the silence, before the gunshots. He needs to find out who Alicia really was. But before we follow Theo into the dark world of Alicia's family, we have to look at Theo himself. Remember, our narrator is not normal. He has secrets too. He goes home to his wife, Kathy. He loves Kathy, obsessively, just like Alicia loved Gabriel. But lately, things are wrong. He finds her smiling at her phone. She hides the screen when he walks in. There are late-night calls. Work, she says. Theo is starting to feel paranoid. He feels like he is losing control of his own life, and this is important. Because as Theo's own life starts to crack, his obsession with fixing Alicia gets stronger. He needs to fix Alicia to prove that broken things can be mended. He leaves his house. He leaves his wife to her secrets, and he heads to the office of the man who hated Alicia the most, Gabriel's brother, Max Berenson. Max Berenson is a lawyer. He is Gabriel's older brother, but he looks nothing like the handsome photographer who died. Max is sharp, angry, and unpleasant. Theo arranges a meeting. He lies. He doesn't say he is treating Alicia. He says he is writing a book about the case. Max agrees to talk. The office smells of expensive cologne and aggression. Max pours a drink. He doesn't look sad about his brother's death. He looks inconvenienced. Theo asks, "What was Alicia like?" Max laughs, a cold, dry sound. "Alicia," he says, "she was a witch. She was totally insane." Max tells a story. He says that Alicia was possessive, jealous. He claims she tried to cut Gabriel off from his family. She wanted him all to herself, Max says, and when she realized she couldn't control him, she ended him. But Theo is watching Max closely. He notices something. When Max talks about Alicia, he doesn't just sound angry. He sounds rejected. There is a tension there. Did Max hate Alicia, or did he secretly want her? Theo pushes him. "Did you ever fight with her?" Max's eyes go cold. "Get out," he says. The interview is over, but Theo leaves with a clue. The golden couple wasn't perfect. The family was rotten from the inside. Theo's next stop is the art gallery. He meets Jean-Felix Martin. Jean-Felix represents the gallery where Alicia sold her paintings. He is the opposite of Max. He is soft, artistic, and deeply sad. Jean-Felix loved Alicia, not romantically but as a muse. He idolized her talent. Theo asks him the same question. "Why did she do it?" Jean-Felix shakes his head. "She didn't do it out of hate," he whispers. "She did it because he was destroying her." Theo freezes. "What do you mean?" Jean-Felix points to her paintings. Gabriel, her husband. He didn't understand her. He wanted a trophy wife. He wanted her to be normal, but an artist cannot be normal. He was stifling her. He was cutting off her air. Jean-Felix looks at Theo with tears in his eyes. "She didn't just lose her mind, Doctor. She was driven to it. Slowly, methodically." This contradicts everything Max said. Max said Alicia was the monster. Jean-Felix says Alicia was the victim, who was lying. Or are they both telling the truth? Theo returns to the hospital. His head is spinning. He has 2 different pictures of the murder. 1, a jealous wife who snapped. 2, a tortured artist who was pushed too far. He goes to the nurse's station. He asks for Alicia's file again. He opens the diary. He reads the entry from July 14th again. "The man in the park. He is watching me." Theo looks out the window into the darkness. Was the man in the park real? Was it Max? Was it Jean-Felix? Or was it Gabriel himself? Theo realizes he is asking the wrong questions. He shouldn't be asking why she is silent. He should be asking what is she afraid of saying. Thanks for watching episode 3. The investigation is just heating up. In the next episode, Theo digs into Alicia's childhood and finds a trauma so deep, it explains everything. Subscribe and hit the bell. You don't want to be the last to know.